Could it be possible that what we perceive as hate is, in fact, a profound exhaustion? An exhaustion stemming from the constant barrage of identity politics, from the idea that a specific group of people, in this case, the LGBTQ+ community, is more entitled, more important, more worthy of attention than any other. There's a growing sentiment, a sentiment that doesn't necessarily spring from deep-seated hate, but rather from a desire to uphold certain values that some feel are being eroded by a culture that seems to prioritize one group's perspectives over all others. This is not to say that the LGBTQ+ community shouldn't have a voice, far from it. But when that voice becomes a deafening roar that drowns out all others, one can't help but question if the scales of equality have been tipped too far in one direction. There's a growing fear, particularly among parents, that their children are being exposed to ideas and concepts that they're not yet ready to understand. The world of entertainment, from Netflix shows to children's cartoons, seems to be increasingly consumed by the LGBTQ+ narrative with little room for other perspectives. This, some argue, is not promoting diversity and tolerance, but rather imposing a single worldview on a captive audience. And then there's the issue of victimhood. Nobody denies that the LGBTQ+ community has faced and continues to face significant challenges. Discrimination, physical and emotional abuse, these are all very real problems that need to be addressed. But there's a difference between acknowledging these issues and using them to garner sympathy, to paint oneself as a perpetual victim. It's a fine line, and one that many feel is being crossed all too often. Take the issue of pronouns, for example. For some, it's a simple matter of respect, of acknowledging a person's chosen identity. For others, it's a demand for special treatment, a demand that everyone else change their behavior to accommodate one's personal preferences. And when that demand is met with resistance, the cry of victimhood rings out. It's important to clarify that none of this equates to homophobia or to any form of hate. It's not a question of denying anyone their rights or of wishing harm upon them. It's simply a plea for balance, for a world where everyone's perspectives are valued, not just those of a select few. A world where diversity is celebrated, not just in terms of sexual orientation, but in terms of thought, belief, and values. In conclusion, the narrative that this is about hate towards the LGBTQ+ community is a contentious one. It's a debate about the balance of values, about the line between promoting diversity and imposing a single worldview, about the difference between acknowledging victimhood and exploiting it. It's a debate that's far from over, and one that will no doubt continue to evolve in the years to come.